Good morning, dear children. And we continue the lesson motion. Last class we have learned the three equations of motion, and also we have derived the three equations of motion using velocity, time graph. I think all of you know the three equations of motion. Listen to it. Then what are the three equations of motion? Actually, the first relation is called the velocity time relation. Which is the velocity time relation? V equal to u plus at. Okay, the velocity time relation is v equal to u plus at. And the second is the position time relation. Okay, second is the position time relation. That is s equal to ut plus half at square. S equal to ut plus half at square. And third is the position velocity relation. That is v square minus e square equal to 2as. Position velocity relation, v square minus e square equal to 2as. Okay. Then as informed earlier, actually today's class is meant for doing problems based on these three relations. Okay, I have already given the questions. Okay, all of you having that questions? Okay, then take the questions. We can do one by one. Okay, let's see the first question. A bus starting from rest moves with a uniform acceleration of 0.1 meter per second square for 2 minutes. Find first one the speed acquired and the second is the distance travelled. That is the question. Okay, here a bus starting from rest. Actually, the bus starting from rest. So, its initial velocity. You know what is its initial velocity? Since the bus starting from rest, so its initial velocity is 0. After that, it moves with a uniform acceleration. So, acceleration is given as a is equal to 0.1 meter per second square. Acceleration is equal to 0.1 meter per second square for 2 minutes. So, the time t is equal to 2 minutes. Okay. Here, you have to convert this minute into second. Okay. You know, 1 minute contains how much second? You know, 60 seconds. Okay. Then 2 minutes is equal to how much seconds? 2 into 60. That is 120 seconds. Okay. So, 2 minutes corresponds to 120 seconds. Here we have to find the speed acquired. Okay, we have to find the speed acquired. So we have to take the relation v equal to u plus at. So we can take that relation to find the speed. V is equal to u plus at. V is equal to u plus at. Then substitute for u. What is u here? 0 plus instead of a this 0.1. Okay, then 80, this 120 second. Okay, so we have to write 0.1 into 120. That is equal to 12 meter per second. That is the velocity or the speed acquired. 12 meter per second. Okay, we have the relation v equal to u plus at. U is actually 0. 0 plus instead of a, t is 0.1 into time t is 120. So, into 120. So, we got 12 meter per second. Okay, the next part is we have to find the distance travelled. We have to find the distance travelled. Okay, so we have the relation for find the distance travelled is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, ut plus half at square. Here u that is equal to 0. Time t is equal to 120 plus half into what is a 0.1. Then what is t square? 120 into 120. Okay. Here 0 into 120 again 0. So this turns to be 0. Then half into 0.1 into 120 into 120. Okay, we can cut this 2 and here it is 60. Okay, so we got 12 into 6 that is 72 then 0, again we have 0 here. Okay, into, which is into 0.1. Actually that is equal to 720 meter. 720 meter. That is the distance travelled. Okay, here the distance travelled is equal to 720 meter. Okay. I will explain once more. See here, a bus starting from rest. So its initial velocity u equal to 0. And it moves with an uniform acceleration a equal to 0.1 meter per second square for 2 minutes. So time t is given as 2 minutes. Then we have to convert this minutes into second. 2 minutes corresponds to 120 seconds. Okay. Next we have to find the speed acquired by the bus. For that we are taking this equation v equal to u plus at. Then here u equal to 0. So 0 plus a, 0.1 into time t, 120. Multiplying these two, we will get 12 meter per second. That is the speed acquired. Next we have to find the distance travelled. Okay, the distance travelled. So we have the relation s equal to ut plus half at square. Then substitute for u, it is 0. Then t is 120 plus half into, instead of a, it is 0.1. Then we have to t square. So t is 120. So t square 120 into 120. Then simplifying this, we get the distance travelled as 720 meter. So the second question, a train is travelling at a speed of 90 km per hour. Brakes are applied so as to produce a uniform acceleration of 0.5 meter per second square. Find how far the train will go before it is brought to rest. Okay, that is the second question. Here a train is travelling at a speed of 90 km per hour. So actually u is given. U is equal to, what is its initial velocity? U is equal to 90 km per hour. Okay, here the initial velocity is 90 km per hour. You know how it can be converted into meter per second? To convert kilometer per hour into meter per second, we have to multiply by 5 by 18. So 90 into 5 by 18. Okay, here we can cut this 5 times. So 25 meter per second. That is the initial velocity, 25 meter per second. Okay. Next, brakes are applied so as to produce a uniform acceleration of 0.5 meter per second. Okay. After applying brakes, it produces a uniform acceleration of A. A is equal to 0.5 meter per second square. Actually here the acceleration is the negative acceleration, because as the train is moving, the brakes are applied. So here the velocity or the speed is going on decreasing. So actually here the acceleration produced is the negative acceleration or retardation. So we have to put a negative sign. Okay, A is equal to minus 0.5 meter per second square. Next, what we have to find? We have to find the distance travelled by the train before it brought to rest. Okay, before the train brought to rest, how much distance it travelled? That thing we have to find. So, the distance travelled. For finding the distance travelled, we have the two relations. Okay, S equal to ut plus half at square. Then b square minus u square equal to 2as. In both the equations, using both the equations, we can find distance s. But here I choose this equation. That is b square minus u square equal to 2as. Okay, do you think why teacher is not choosing this one? Why? Know the reason. Here actually in your question the time is not given. Okay, so we cannot choose this one. Okay, so I will choose this relation, b square minus u square equal to 2as. Then we can substitute. Okay, and here in question itself they are saying that we have to find the distance travelled before it is brought to rest. Okay, so after traveling some distance, the train brought to rest is being brought to rest. So its final velocity v equal to what? Final velocity equal to 0. Okay, final velocity is 0. So we are, instead of v, we have to substitute 0 minus u. Here 25. Here we have to find u square. That is 25 square is equal to 2 into a. What is a here? Minus 0.5. Then s. Okay. We have to find the distance traveled s. So s is equal to minus 25 square divided by minus of 2 into 0.5. Okay. You know what is 25 square? It is 625. Okay. Then 2 into 0.5, actually it is 1. Okay. Then 5 into 2, actually 10. Then you have to put on decimal. So it becomes 1. Okay. That is, we got actually minus 625, here minus 4. Actually it is equal to what? 625 meter. 625 meter. This is the distance travelled by the train. Okay. Here the train is travelling at a speed of 90 km per hour. So the initial velocity is given as u equal to 90 km per hour. Here we have to convert this kilometer per hour into meter per second. So for that we have to multiply this 90 by 5 by 18. So 90 into 5 by 18, that will give 25 meter per second. Then here the when brakes are applied, it moves with a, or it produces an uniform acceleration. A is equal to 0.5 meter per second square. Okay, here you know when brakes are applied, its velocity going on decreasing. Okay, so when the velocity is decreasing, the acceleration is actually called the negative acceleration or the retardation. So we have to put a negative sign here. Okay, 0.5 meter per second square, that is the acceleration. Okay, finally here the train brought to rest, so its initial velocity becomes 0. Okay, then we have to find the distance travelled. Okay, how much distance is covered by the train before it brought to rest. So we have to find s. For that we choose this relation, b square minus u square equal to 2as. Then substituting all the values, instead of v 0 minus u. U is actually 25, here u square 25 square. That is equal to 2 into a. 0 minus 0.5 into distance s. We have to find s. So s equal to what? Minus 25 square divided by 2 into 0.5. Okay, 25 square is actually 625. Then 2 into 0.5, that will give 1. Actually that is equal to the distance travelled. Yes, that is 625 meter. Okay, all of you got it? Next, the third question. A trolley, while going down an inclined plane, has an acceleration of 2 meter per second square. What will be its velocity after 3 seconds after the start? Okay, we have to find its velocity after 3 seconds from the start. Okay, here a trolley, while going down an inclined plane, has an acceleration. So the acceleration is given as a is equal to 2 meter per second square. Okay, you know what is inclined plane? Like this slanting plane, that is the inclined plane. Okay, here a trolley which going down an inclined plane has an acceleration of 2 meter per second square. Okay, we have to find its velocity after 3 seconds from the start. Okay, so the time t is given as 3 seconds. We have to find the velocity of the trolley after 3 seconds. Okay, after 3 seconds. Okay, so we have to find v. We have to find v. And here the initial velocity, actually it starts from rest. So the initial velocity is equal to 0. The initial velocity of the trolley is 0. We have to find v. So we take the first relation. v equal to u plus at. Okay, u is 0 plus acceleration is 2. Then time t is 3 seconds. So we got 2 into 3, that is 6 meter per second. Okay, so the velocity after 3 seconds is 6 meter per second. Okay, here a trolley while going down an inclined plane has an acceleration is given as acceleration A is equal to the acceleration of the trolley A is equal to 2 meter per second square. Okay, we have to find the velocity after 3 seconds from the start. Okay, so time is given as 3 seconds. Here the trolley that moving down to an inclined plane. Okay, with an acceleration of 2 meter per second square. Okay, then we have to find the velocity of the trolley after 3 seconds. Okay, so time t is given as 3 seconds. We have to find velocity v. And here the trolley is starting from rest. So its initial velocity u is taken as 0. Okay, to find v, we have to take this one. v is equal to u plus at. Then substitute u as 0 plus a equal to 2 meter per second square. Then time t is 3 seconds. Then 2 into 3, 6 meter per seconds. Okay, while doing problems, don't forget to write the units. It is very, very important in you have to write the units. Okay, that is we got the velocity after 3 seconds v equal to 6 meter per second. The next question. A racing car has an uniform acceleration of 4 meter per second square. What distance will it cover in 10 seconds after start? Okay, here we have a racing car which moves with an uniform acceleration. So A is given as 4 meter per second square. A is given as 4 meter per second square. Then we have to find the distance traveled by the racing car after 10 seconds. Okay, then after 10 seconds, how much distance is traveled by the car? Okay, that is time t is given as t is equal to. Okay, time t is given as 10 seconds. Okay, the time t is given as 10 seconds. Then we have to find the distance s. Here the racing car that starts from rest. So its initial velocity u is equal to 0. The initial velocity u equal to 0. Okay, then we have to find s. So we are taking this equation. S equal to ut plus half at square. We have the distance travelled s equal to ut plus half at square. Then u is equal to actually 0. So 0 into time t 10 plus half into what is a here? A is 4 meter per second square. Then t square, that is 10 into 10. Okay, here 2 and 4 cancels. Then 2 into 100, that is 200 meter. That is the distance travelled by the racing car after 10 seconds. Okay, here the racing car has a uniform acceleration. So acceleration is given as 4 meter per second square. We have to find the distance travelled after 10 seconds. So the time t is given as t equal to 10 seconds. We have to find s. Here actually the racing car that starts from rest. So its initial velocity is equal to 0. Okay. We are for finding distance travelled, don't you take this equation v square minus u square equal to 2as. Here we don't know b is not given. So we cannot take this one. Okay. So we prefer this equation s. So s equal to ut plus half at square. Then substitute the values. Instead of u 0, then t 10 second 10. So 0 into 10 plus half into a. It is 4 meter per second square. Then t square 10 into 10. Then simplifying this, we will get 200 meter. Next, the fifth question is, a stone is thrown in a vertical upward direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second. If the acceleration of the stone during its motion is 10 meter per second square in the downward direction, what will be the height attained by the stone and how much time will it take to reach there? Okay, that is the question. Here, a stone is thrown in a vertically upward direction with a velocity of 5 meter per second. So, u is given as 5 meter per second. Okay, u is given as 5 meter per second. And the acceleration of the stone is in the downward direction which is A is equal to 10 meter per second square. Okay, here also the acceleration is the negative acceleration. So we have to put a negative sign. A is equal to 10 meter per second square. Then we have to find the height attained by the stone. Okay, so the height attained or the distance traveled by the stone we have to find. Next also we have to find the time taken to reach that height t. Also we have to find. Okay, suppose we have a stone here. This stone is thrown in the upward direction and somewhat height it attained. That height we have to find. Okay, also the time taken by the stone to attain this height, that thing also we have to find. Okay, here the stone moves with an initial velocity u is equal to 5 meter per second. Here the acceleration is actually in the downward direction, that is A is equal to 10 meter per second square. When we throw a stone upward direction, its velocity decreasing. So here the acceleration is the negative acceleration or the retardation. So A is equal to minus 10 meter per second square. Then when the stone reaches a particular height here, so the final velocity becomes 0. So the final velocity is equal to 0. First we have to find the distance s or which is equal to the height. Okay, here s can be written as the height. So we take this relation. Which relation will take actually here this one. We have to choose this one, v square minus u square equal to 2as. So instead of s we can write the height attained h. Okay, this height we have to find. Okay, so from this we can write height h is equal to v square minus u square divided by 2a. Okay, v square minus u square divided by 2a. Height h is equal to, so instead of v square it is 0, minus u square is 5 square. 5 square is actually 25 divided by 2 into a. Acceleration a is equal to minus 10. Okay, so here we got minus 25 divided by minus 20. Okay, actually it is 25 divided by 20, that will give 1.25 meter. That is actually the height attained. Okay, 1.25 meter. Okay, the next we have to find the time taken by the stone attain this much height. For attaining the height of 1.25 meter, the stone take how much time? Okay, that thing we have to find. So for that we are considering our first relation, b is equal to u plus at. This can be written as, from this we have to find time t. That is this can be written as v minus u equal to at, and time t is equal to v minus u by a. Okay, v minus u by a. Here v is 0. Okay, so 0 minus u, what is u here? 5 divided by a. Actually a is minus 10. So it is 5 divided by 10, 0.5 second. 0.5 second. That is the time taken by the stone to attain this much height. Okay, here a stone is thrown vertically upward direction with a velocity. So u is given as 5 meter per second. Then the acceleration of the stone is in the downward direction. So the acceleration a is equal to minus 10 meter per second square. When the stone reaches a particular height, its final velocity becomes 0. So v equal to 0. Then we have to find the height attained by the stone and time taken by the stone to reach this height. These two things we have to find. Okay, here instead of distance traveled, we can name this as height. So instead of s we can write h. Okay, so we take this relation v square minus u square equal to 2as. In that, instead of s we can write h, height. So from this height h is equal to v square minus u square divided by 2a. Then substitute v square 0 minus u square means 5 square 25 divided by 2 into 10, that is minus 10. Okay, so we got minus 25 divided by minus 20, that will give actually 1.25 meter. Okay, next we have to find the time taken by the stone to reach this much height, that is 1.25 meter height. For this we are taking this relation b is equal to u plus at. From this we can write v minus u equal to at, that is a equal to v minus u by a. Okay, time t is equal to v minus u divided by a. Okay, so substitute for v 0 minus u is 5, that is 0 minus 5 divided by acceleration is minus 10. So 5 divided by 10 is 0.5 second. This is the time taken by the stone to reach a height of 1.25 meter. Is it clear? Next we move to the sixth question. Here a motorboat starting from rest on a lake accelerates in a straight line at a constant rate of 3 meter per second square for 8 seconds. How far does the boat travel during this time? Okay, that is the question. Here a motorboat starting from rest. So its initial velocity u equal to 0. Initial velocity u equal to 0. On a lake accelerates in a straight line with a constant rate. So acceleration is given as 3 meter per second square. Acceleration is given as 3 meter per second square for 8 seconds. So time t is given as 8 seconds. Okay. Then how far does the boat travel during this time? Okay. That is within the time 8 seconds, how much distance that boat will travel. So we have to find the distance s. Okay. Here the motorboat starting from rest, so its initial velocity is 0. Then it moves with an acceleration of what? A equal to 3 meter per second square. During that time t equal to 8 seconds. Then what is the distance travelled by the boat? That thing we have to find. For that we considering this equation s equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, here the initial velocity u equal to 0. So 0 into 8 plus half into, what is a here? 3. Then what is t square? 8 into 8. Okay, here 0 into 8, that is 0. 0 plus, then half into 3 into 8 into 8. Then this is actually 12 into 8, actually it is 96. So the distance travelled is 96 meter. The distance travelled by the motorbike is 96 meter. Okay, once more, a motorboat starting from rest. So its initial velocity u equal to 0. On a lake, it moves on a lake and accelerates in a straight line at a constant rate of 3 meter per second square. So the acceleration of the boat is given as a equal to 3 meter per second square. The acceleration is takes place during this time interval t equal to 8 seconds. Then what is the distance travelled by the motor boat? Okay, for that we are considering the equation s equal to ut plus half at square. Here u is 0. 0 into t is 8 seconds. 8 plus half into a is 3 into t square. 8 into 8. By simplifying this, the distance travelled by the boat is given as 96 meter. Next we move to the last question, that is the seventh question. A ball is gently dropped from a height of 20 meter. A ball is gently dropped from a height of 20 meter. If its velocity increases uniformly at the rate of 10 meter per second square, with what velocity will it strike the ground? After what time will it strike the ground? Okay, here a ball that is gently slowly dropped from a height of 20 meter. Okay, from a height of this much height, actually that is 20 meter. If its velocity increases uniformly at a rate of 10 meter per second square, actually this much height that can be taken as the distance travelled by the ball, that is s equal to 20 meter. Then the acceleration of the ball a is equal to 10 meter per second square. Okay. Then with what velocity will it strike the ground? Okay. We have to find the velocity with which the ball strikes the ground. B we have to find. Also, after what time will it strike the ground? Okay, from here, after what time will the ball will strike the ground? Time t. These two things we have to find. Okay, here a ball is slowly dropped from a height of 20 meters. So the distance s is taken as 20 meter. And the acceleration of the ball is a equal to 10 meter per second square. then we have to find the velocity with which the ball strikes the ground. Also, at what time will it take to strike the ground? These two things we have to find. Okay, the next first we can find the velocity, and here the ball that start its movement from initially. So u equal to, you can be taken as 0. Okay, we have to find the velocity v. So we take this relation b square minus u square equal to 2as. Okay, b square minus u square equal to 2as. Do you think why don't teacher is not choosing this relation? Here the time is not given, so we cannot take this one to find the velocity v. That is why we are choosing this one, v square minus u square equal to 2as. Okay, from this we can write v square. Actually u is, we know what is initial velocity is equal to 0. So this term becomes 0. So we can write v square equal to 2as. Okay, v square equal to 2as. Therefore v can be written as root of 2as. Okay, v square equal to 2as, then v equal to, that thing we know, v equal to root 2as. For that we can write root of 2 into, what is a here? 10. Then what is s? 20. Okay, here what 20 into 20, that is 400. What is square root of 400? Actually it is 20 meter per second. Okay, square root of 400 is equal to 20 meter per second. This is the velocity with which the ball strikes the ground. Okay, next we have to find the time t. Okay, we have to find the time t. For that we are considering this relation v equal to, simple relation v u plus at. From this we can write v minus u equal to at, or t is equal to v minus u by a. Okay, is it? V minus u equal to at, t equal to t, we have to find v minus u by a. What is v here actually? V is equal to what? We found v equal to 20. 20 minus 0, u equal to 0, divided by what is acceleration? 10. Acceleration is equal to 10. So 20 divided by 10, that will give 2 seconds. The time that is for reaching the ground, that ball will take how much time? 2 seconds. Okay, and here I will repeat once more. Here a ball is slowly dropped from a height of 20 meters, so s can be written as 20 meter, and if its velocity increases uniformly at a rate of 10 meter per second square, that is the acceleration a is equal to 10 meter per second square, then we have to find the velocity with which the ball strikes the ground. Also we have to find the time taken by the ball to strike the ground. Okay, here the ball that start from rest, so its initial velocity u equal to 0. Okay, to find the velocity we can take this relation v square minus u square equal to 2as. Here we can substitute u as 0, so v square equal to 2as. From this we can be written as root 2as. Then we can substitute for a and s, that is root of 2 into a is 10, s is 20, so 2 into 10 into 20, which can be written as root 400. Then square root of 400 is 20 meter per second, that is the velocity. Next we have to find the time. For that we are considering the first relation v equal to u plus at. From this we can write t equal to v minus u by a, v minus u divided by a. Okay, then substitute v equal to 20, 20 minus 0 divided by 10, that is 20 by 10, that is equal to 2 seconds. This is the time taken by the ball to strike the ground. Okay children, that is the end of today's class. Work out more problems. If you feel any difficulty, you can ask me. Okay, study well. Thank you.